Live from Buck Island, British Virgin Islands, this is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, aspirational, international, keenly awaited, daily created, highly anticipated edition of the Afternoon Swing Trading Floor with your humble host, Yates Craig, Jerremy Alexander Newsome, with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. What's going on, people? How you doing out there, folks and friends?
What's up, team?
Doing good. Hope you're doing great. The bearded pharaoh of profits. Yeah. Tage, what's going on, brother? Ariel Reyes says, good afternoon. How's it going, champion? Adam. Hey, Adam. How's it going, man? Thanks for being here, brother. Chris Lucas, how's it going? How's it going? We got the recording on. Perfect. I love it. This is great. Ria says hello. Brett says, hey, hey. All right, team. So here's what we have for today. RLT Pivot podcast just finished. We're going to review the overall markets and talk through everything. But long story short, a lot of volume came into the markets today. And this was an inside day candle on Tuesday. We gapped below that candle and just started really selling off. So as we talked about, expecting some volatility because we closed below the low of that really, really strong bullish candle. And that's why I asked yesterday, midday, if everyone was comfortable and knows how to make money when the market goes down. Remember, Momo did go bearish yesterday on the daily chart and on the 78-minute chart on just SPY, not even individual stocks, but just SPY. It also went short on March 3rd, which was yesterday. So just something to keep in mind, right? I mean, as far as if you're playing some things, keep in mind that markets do go down, stocks do go down. We need it to go down. And the SPY can still go down a lot farther. Although I don't necessarily think it will go down much farther. I think 350 is the ultimate level. Not necessarily for this year, but probably for the pullback. So my overall thought process, ladies and gentlemen, dip buying is still an opportune, a strong opportunity, right? You do have some good closes below some very, very strong support levels. I do think we could get some retests and we can get a little bit of a lower move. I don't think the pain is fully here yet, but I will go through all my positions that I sold. I did sell 2 of my big positions today. They were profitable and I'll add them to the watch list. But I did tell them today to lock in again and free up some more liquidity to purchase some more things. Here's the Qs, and the Qs also a really, really strong pullback today, huge volume. This is a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. So again, there are some warning signs out there, my friends, and this was a good gap down. So I'm not in full panic mode by any stretch of the imagination, but what I am saying is make sure you know how to hedge, either with long puts, short calls, day trading bearish, inverse ETFs. We had a few traders who were unaware that there are such a thing as an inverse ETF. So an inverse ETF is something that goes up when the market goes down, right? So just something to keep in mind. SDX is an inverse ETF. DXD is an inverse ETF. You can buy these things in your IRAs and your cash accounts, right? There is a possibility that we can go lower in the market. So I figured, hey, make sure you know that you can buy these. They're not very expensive. It at least gives you some exposure. And just be calm and collective, because I truly do think this overall selling is mostly tech related and also mostly because it's counterintuitive. When the whole global economy shut down in March, we went higher, right? Like shutting down the whole world was almost the exact low of the market. And me and Yates lost some money on April 6th. Remember that day?
Yeah, that was a rough day.
That sucked.
That was a rough one.
That sucked. So you had a perfect bullish gap and go, but we recovered from it. It was one of those things where like, hey, we took it on the chin. We lost our money. It didn't go the direction that we wanted to. And ever since then has just been going higher and higher and higher. So it really does make sense for this pullback in the market. I like the fact that it happened. Sorry that I didn't get you guys out at the exact top. Although Robert Falco did sell all the swing trades on the 16th of February. Apparently, my marriage marked the top of the stock market. So that's I'll make sure Svetlana knows. that the us getting married was a negative event in the market. But yeah, so we did pull back, and I do think we can go a little bit lower. I don't know how much lower we can go, but I am 50% into the market at this point for my longer term investments. I don't have many very, very short term, quick, aggressive swing trades. Most of my trades right now are position trades, AKA longer term trades and day trades. That's what I'm gonna be watching very, very closely. I do have some swings I'll go over with you, some option sales and things like that, but we'll talk about all of it, okay? Here's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And the Dow Jones made a little bit of a lower low and a lower high with some interesting volume, right? We probably get a small bull inside day candle tomorrow, probably an opportune time to get some more insurance over the weekend, just in case, right? Again, insurance, just in case. I'm still bullish. I still think we go higher. The overall markets are quite high, but some individual stocks are down a lot. We're gonna be covering all those individual stocks now. So first on the list, First Energy. This stock is actually green, and that's interesting and powerful because when you can find a stock and a company that is positive with all the negativity, this is one of them. So if you're looking for an uptrending stock that still actually has its wits about it, it would be First Energy. Morningstar reversal off of the 200, entry be there, stop will be there if you're looking at playing First Energy, and if that was one of the stocks that you requested. VLDR, no idea what this is. Semiconductors, okay. So semiconductors have been getting absolutely mangled, but this is at the 100 simple on a weekly chart, and it's at the same support that it bounced off of before. So I don't know anything about VLDR. This is LiDAR. Yeah, LiDAR technology. Okay, that's interesting. Falco says, word on the street is that Taskia made 7 Rs today shorting. She did. Yeah, she did. So Taskia, way to go. Chipping away, getting it back, right? We can make money up. We can make money down, my dear friends. It doesn't matter what market. We just have to get the timing right. So VLDR, if you're playing it, buy low, sell high. I don't have any position on this one. I probably won't have any position on it. I don't plan on having any position on it. But if you are buying down here, this is the spot. All right. Litecoin, ticker symbol LTCUSD. So Litecoin, I am in, and I do have this really, really nice hammer right here. So gorgeous hammer. So if you're looking at playing a pullback on Litecoin on the daily chart, you can play that hammer. Otherwise, you're probably looking at buying it off of the 100. So my next second pyramid on Litecoin will be 140.81, and my third pyramid will be 115.07. So I'll make those updates, but I do have a coin that is light in my wallet. Jason says, do you feel Litecoin will go to the moon like Ethereum will over the next decade? No, not really. I think there's much more interesting applications on Ethereum than Litecoin specifically, but I'm not saying Litecoin can't go higher, but I'm much more bullish on Ethereum than Litecoin. But Litecoin's very fun to trade. It's a super, super fun one. It's had a great 3-hour chart. So here's the 3-hour chart. And I know that some traders were watching this one very, very closely. So we had some traders from the crypto class make some really beautiful money there in between the long terms, right? Went from 180 to 210 in 3 hours. That was a good trade. And then has recently started pulling back and creating some accumulation and some. So here's a very nice resistance. So if you're looking at a good selling spot, right? That was a good selling spot in your Litecoin. And shout out to Joseph Musso, who did sell at that exact location on Litecoin. So anyway, interested to see what happens, and gonna be kind of cool. Peloton got absolutely smokehoused. This thing did drop, and I know that there were some traders who were in a March 120, 110 bull put spread, and they unraveled that spread like an absolute monster. So congratulations for a few traders who did play that bull put spread to perfection. So if you were in a bull put spread, is this close a good thing? Yes or no?
No.
That's a hard no. That's like Yates biceps. Hard no.
Hard no.
All right. You do not want to be in a bullish position with a close like that. And notice how far the 200 simple moving average is away. So the traders who were in this spread, what they were doing was selling the 120 and buying the 110. This is actually my favorite time to unravel a spread, is when they're both in the money, because now you don't lose as much from the theta decay of the out of the money option. So true or false for my traders who went through the free advanced section of RLT, would you have to buy back this 120 short put with cash? Yes or no? Right. Do you have to have cash in your account to buy back the short 120 put? Yes or no? What do you guys think? All right. Edward has his answer in the chat pane, and he's the only one. Yep. So Edward is correct. It is yes. So you would have to buy back that short put, which would require cash. And now, do you still have the long 110 put? Yes or no? And the answer is yes. All right. You still have the long 110 put. So the move from here to here offset the losses that you would have had to incur from buying back the 120 put. So long story, that was Peloton. That's how a few traders played that one, buying to close the short put, hanging on to the long put, and exiting the long put at the 200 simple moving average for a really, really nice win. So congratulations. Peloton finally pulled back the low of today, 97.19. Nice high wave candle. First time ever that's interacted with a 200 simple moving average. My friends, should you be surprised if Peloton does something like this? Probably not. Right? It's done it before. It could do it again. If you're wondering when should you get in, well, remember, you can all play Momo. Type a 9 into the chat pane if you know that you can play Momo short. Right? You can play Momo short. You can buy puts, you can short shares, you can day trade bearish. But this is the direction right now. And if you're looking at when to get in, and if you're playing Momo, your strategy is very simple. Wait for it to say exit short, enter long. Until it says that, either play it bearish, or do you have the ability to do absolutely nothing if you don't want to short? If you don't want to be buying stuff right now, if you don't want to be catching falling knives, if you don't want to be into the market, could you just not be in anything and just wait and wait and wait?
You could do that.
It's a possibility. Yeah. So speaking of, I'll now I'll talk about the trades that I got out of today. I didn't necessarily want to, but I got out. My trailing stops did what I had to do. So I sold my activism position probably at the exact low of the day. Just kidding. It might go a little bit lower, but long story short, Activision triggered Momo bearish on the daily chart yesterday. Right? It triggered Momo bearish on it yesterday. So I got trailed out today after that trigger right here on Activision. So you guys all know that I did sell. Sorry, I apologize. I bought my long calls here and got into some more long calls when it said exit short, enter long. And I rode those call options up, rode them up. I did sell some here, and I did sell some on whatever day that was, Monday. So I did sell some, not nearly enough. I should have sold all of them, but hindsight's really, really cool. You sold all of them? No, you didn't. What a monster. Oh, that's so cool, man. That's great. So I didn't sell as high as Yates because I stuck, but here's the good news. We have other opportunities. So I did make some wins on Activision. That was one of my bigger positions. It could have been much, much bigger if I sold at 104 rather than 92, but I still won on the trade and it was really, really nice. Pizza Dan. What's up, Pizza Dan? That's a cool name. I will let one of the moderators send you the answer to that question. It's in our YouTube channel. We have an indicator that's free for the world. It lets people know when to get in, when to get out of trades. So I got out of Activision today. And if you're wondering why I exited my Wix trade, I exited my Wix trade because Momo went short. So I exited Wix as well. Momo went short, so I exited Wix. Tej says, please send that to me as well. So it's in the chat pane, Mike. It's also, we posted it about 9 or 10 times today in the Slack channel. But let me throw it in right here. So this video explains what Momo is, how it works. You guys all got it, so I'll post it in the chat pane again. So make sure to snag it. If you're watching this recording, just type this into YouTube and you will get your video. Harold says, can you use Momo with the basic free trading view account? That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. I think you can, if that's your only indicator. If that's your only indicator, but you can't do the 78-minute chart. So you have to do like a daily chart or something. So something to keep in mind. I think you can do an hourly chart, right? Because TradingView comes with an hourly, so you can do an hourly. You just can't do a 78-minute chart.
I think there's 65 too. Is that, did I add that?
I think you added that. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sam says, do custom time charts with free version. Got it. Can't do custom time charts. Got it. So yes, guys, I did sell my wicks. I didn't want to. And again, could I have sold at 360? The answer is obviously I could have. I should have. I didn't because I'm a moron. But I followed my plan. I did what I needed to do. I will reposition into wicks at another point in time. I took my profits. Again, is it retesting the old resistance, new support? Yes. Can it bounce from here? Yes. Is this a good spot to get in? Yes. Did I get trailed out? Yes. Did I not want to get trailed out? Yes. All those things are accurate, but I can always get back in. I took my profits on Activision and Wix, which totaled about 22 R's between both of them. And, you know, I've been in those trades for a while, so we'll see what it does. But anyway, long story short, on Wix, got out and took the profits on ATVI, Wix, and now I have a little bit more cash to buy some more things. NVTA, taking it right on the chin. Right on the chin. This is a strong close. Brutal close on NVTA. Now, again, can this market be extremely trappy and we just do this and we just go off to the races? Yeah, that is possible. Would it probably be relatively important and prudent for your trading account to maybe buy some puts on a retest of 37 or 38? And I would say yes. Just in case, right? If it retests and does that, you probably want to have some puts. Can it just do this and it goes higher? Yeah. But you would rather be in and not need the insurance than not have the insurance and it goes to 20. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could. So here's the weekly chart. Strong close, big breakdown, could go lower. I don't have any positions on NVTA personally, but it can go lower. It has the ability to go lower. It would probably be wise just to snag some puts if you are looking at protecting yourself. It's not a great close. All right, SIMO. So this is a swing trade that actually some traders are still in. Again, it's entirely up to you how you want to play, just like on QS and a few other swing trades. Play your position, play how you feel is most prudent for your account. If you want to hold this trade, it still looks okay. Chart is kind of breaking down. You got a really, really good shaved bottom candle yesterday when the market was weak. This was strong and you got an immediate close below it today. So that does look weak to me. If you're planning on exiting probably tomorrow or at least increasing your stop, you can definitely do that on SIMO. MNSO group, no idea. But I do like miso soup. I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing. But if you guys are wondering, if you're like, does Jerremy like miso soup? I do. I do indeed. Really strong support here at 24.55. Very interesting high wave candle. It actually looks like it's gapping down pre-market. If you're a buyer of this, your top of your pyramid should start at 24.55. The bottom of your pyramid should probably go all the way down to 18. This is a volatile little monster. Buy low, sell high. So that's what I got. All right, ticker symbol U. So Unity Software, again, very, very strong close. Could it be a trap? Yes. Could the market do this? Yes. Is it going to do that? Maybe. Are some traders possibly going to put some shares of Unity? It looks like it. Now, we'll see. But if you want some shares of Unity, remember it was at 170. Now it's at 95. 3 weeks later. Same company, same product. I don't have any positions on this one, but I do think it's a good product. I do think a lot of people like it. Be prepared to hold through some pain just in case. All right. Tech is absolutely rotating lower. And it all started with a very, very, very nice gap and go. Gap action. Nice gap and go, taking out all kinds of shorts. Again, type of 1 into the chat pane if you know that you can play Momo short. Right? So there's your Momo, bearish momentum. It says literally, hey, bro, don't be long. And that was before earnings. That was before earnings, January 29th. So yeah, again, you can be in positions, you can play the short side, even if it's type of 3 into the chat pane. If you think you can play one stock bearish and the rest bullish, of course you can. So you can focus on one thing, play that one thing bearish, and then use that money that you make bearish and go buy your position trades, go buy your core holdings. Right now, swing trades will be tough. The only thing I'm doing presently is just buying a longer term holding, longer term position. And my swing trade is just, my swing trading account is just sitting there. My long-term account's getting all excited, but my swing trade account is sitting there. I did add to a position today, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. Position that I did get into more of today was TDOC. Right? This is a position trade, and I am buying 250 since we were there a week ago. Last week, I'm buying calls 250 January 2022. Newsome in January 250 2022 calls. Now again, do I expect to be profitable on those tomorrow? No. Could I lose on these trades? Yes. Is it likely? I don't know. We'll see. This is an extreme overreaction, in my opinion. We're down 38%. COVID apparently doesn't matter anymore. Everyone's cured of every disease for all time, and nothing else you can do here. Now, keep in mind, think about how many traders, right? How many traders wanted to get into TDOC here? How many people want to buy TDOC up there? Tons of people. I was like, well, you probably should wait. You probably want to wait for a pullback. Welcome pullback. All right. Yes, the pullback is coming to your life. It's literally bigger than COVID, right? TDOC did not go down this hard when the whole bottom of the market fell out. TDOC dropped 30% for 4 days. This is a bigger drop than what happened during COVID, and I don't know why.
No one needs to go to the doctor anymore.
No one needs to go to the doctor. It's a fact. Hope you guys realize that. If you feel sick, don't go to the doctor. You don't need to. COVID's cured. Now, again, I know I'm being a little bit sacrilegious, but you guys get the point. I think this is an overreaction. I am net long TDOC. I will buy my last pyramid at 174, and I'm just going to sit back and let it do its thing. This is, now, I talked about this in my mentorship group. And guys, by the way, also thank you for everyone asking how to get into my mentorship group. I don't know when I'm going to release the next one, but you guys are phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love how amazing you guys are. But we made very good money on this TDOC run up. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the profits, right? Remember this, Edward? I'm taking the profits from my TDOC run up and I'm reinvesting those profits. So I made my money on the run up. There is 0% chance I'm going to lose money on TDOC. Zero. If TDOC literally goes to $4 a share, I will lose money, but not overall. I will still end up net 1 or 2 R's overall. So I'm playing with house money. That's what you want to do. That's how you build an account over time. Do not lose money. When I say don't lose money, that doesn't mean that my accounts aren't down right now from where they were 2 weeks ago, because they are, right? They are down. But I also have 50% cash. I'm buying some dips. I'm scaling in very tiny, nothing crazy. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm excited for a bounce, ladies and gentlemen. Just be cautious. I know it sounds scary, but we're gonna get out. We're gonna get our way out of this. Ticker symbol CD. No clue what it does. But if I'm playing it, I'm buying it down here at 1771. So 1771 on CD. If you're going to buy it, that's where I would. I don't have any position on this one. I have no idea what they do. I would buy some there, and I'd buy a little bit more here at 1621. Edward, yep, I can talk about BABA today. I added on BABA, yes. So CD, no position on me. For me, if you're playing it, buy it a little bit lower. All right, next on the list is CHWY. Everyone and their mom wanted CHWY, and now it's at the 100. Second time ever on CHWY since COVID. Second time ever. So CHWY is down for no particular reason, 26%. Now, I'm not saying it can't go lower. In fact, when it closed below this hammer, it did go lower, and it is a little bit lower. But I'm thinking we're going to get a little bit of a bullish bounce tomorrow. I think we're going to have a small bull day tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But here's where it's going to get very fun. You guys ready for some good news? It's up to 2 if you're ready for some good news. If we get a small bullish bounce on Friday and Monday, and we take that out next week, whoo! Oh, snap.
Look out below.
If we get some buying early next week and then we start breaking that buying, Flush Town City, here we come. Again, is that going to happen? I don't know. I don't know, but I will be in puts. I will be in inverse ETFs. I will be in bearish positions if that happens. All right, GameStonk is up 6% today, but it's down 4.5% right now. Sean says, when are you traveling internationally again? I'll be traveling internationally in June. So market should return back to normal next week because I'll be back in the States. This is what happens when this is what happens to the markets when I travel internationally. So everything should be fine next week, hopefully. But if not, at least I'll have the ability to trade it. That'll be nice. So GameStop, I don't have any position in this one. If you do, just be very, very cautious. I know my girl Leah made some quick money on GameStop today. I mean, it looks crazy, but that's $20 a share. That's dumb. From 120 to that's $20 a share right there. That's just insane. Wild. But Leah's a great trader. I don't have any position on GameStop. It's a double black diamond. Just be very, very careful. Yeah, that's all I got. Expect it to go lower. That's my short answer. Okay, Qualcomm. So this box right here that I drew on Qualcomm, this was me saying this is where you want to buy it after this gap down happened on earnings. So I don't have any position on Qualcomm. I'm just saying if you want to get in, this is where you're buying. This is a pullback. This is a nice pullback. This is a healthy pullback. Market went up 165% on Qualcomm, and now we're pulling back 23%. Buy low, sell high, blue chip, dividend paying stock. I think it's at an all-time high. Yep, it took out its 2000 tech bubble high. So if you're pyramiding into Qualcomm, you probably want some pyramid action around $100. I don't have any position in this one. I don't plan on having any position in it, but that's just my analysis. Great company, will survive the bear market of March 5th. And we'll see what happens from here. But what a gap yesterday. Just a thing of beauty. Type a 6 into the chat pane if you can see what a perfect pennant pattern this is on Qualcomm. In between the 100 and 200 simple moving average. So keep in mind, I did not take this trade, but that is a beautiful, beautiful pennant pattern. So when we gap down on whatever yesterday was, when we opened below there and started selling, that was just a great opportunity to short. So again, remember, my friends, you are all skilled enough to make money on the down and the up. You are all good enough to achieve that. Okay, Walmart. I don't have any position on Walmart, but this is very close to the low of Walmart. Very, very close. Actually, I went into Walmart the other day and I was quite surprised. I was happy. I'm let you guys know, Walmart was good. Yeah, I went in there. I was not wearing a dress, but But it was very clean. The employees were courteous. Everything was solid and nice and fresh. I felt good about everything was nice. So I'm not saying that they're turning around and doing everything better, but I just think that it's, it's good. Sam says the lights are still on Walmart. The stock would suggest otherwise. Lights are still on. You're about to have a pullback. It's about to hit the 100 simple moving average on a weekly chart. It's the first time since COVID. You guys remember COVID? Yeah, COVID. First time since then. It's also dropping farther than it dropped in COVID because COVID is cured and Walmart's going lower than that because, yeah, makes sense. Harold says, what's COVID? So here's the daily chart on XLE. Now, I don't have any position in energy because I'm a moron, apparently. Very, very good hammer candles that did come in. If you are an energy trader, and there are a few people who are playing energy, congratulations. That's awesome. I don't happen to have any energy play, but I mean, you had a good hammer there. You had a good hammer there. You had a good hammer there. All of those could have been played if you want to make some quick cash on energy. Edward, type a 9 into the chat pane if you remember me saying this gap will never fill. The one that came in on energies back on November 9th when Biden got elected over the weekend. That gap will never fill. So if you're playing energy, buy dips from here. It's high, and that's what's holding up the S&P. I know it sounds crazy, but all the small caps, right? Financials and energy are moving and tech isn't. Because it's a counterintuitive play, my friends. Remember, the market always does the opposite of what most people think. COVID is cured. Everyone's doing fine, going back to work, opening up the world. What do people expect the market to do? Go up. So what does it do? Go down, right? Global economy shut down. COVID, crisis, pandemic, deaths everywhere. Bullish, right? So the market always likes to fool people. So for me, the stay-at-home plays are getting murdered. Stay-at-home plays meaning if you are at home, sitting around and able to use those things are getting absolutely crushed, AKA TeleDoc, Zoom, Wix, Activision, all those. Fastly, Pinterest,
the internet
in general, AMD, yeah. Stay-at-home plays are getting murdered. But energy and financials are not. So I think in the next 2 months, we'll have another cycle where energy and financials go lower. Tech and stay-at-home plays get a little bit of a crush back higher. And we start to balance that out. And that still allows the overall SPY to have a small drop in a sideways movement. So that's just my plan. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's just what I think. All right, FUV, Arcimoto. About 900 of you wanted to buy Arcimoto at 36. I'm very happy all of you did not. That would have been a terrible decision. Now, me and Thomas were buying some FUV down here, and we rode up that trend. But this is literally my pyramid on FUV. This is it. So it's retesting. And what's amazing, my friends, and type in a 2 if this is a new concept to you. If you make a bunch of money on one stock early in the day or the year or the month or whatever, taking that money and putting it back into that same stock, but only taking your profit so that there's no way you can lose on the trade. So that's what I'm doing on FUV. I'm taking my profits from what I made earlier and reinvesting it into this position. This is a position trade. All right. This means I'm okay to be in it. I'm not an active swing trade on it. Although if we get a nice gap up tomorrow, this could be a nice position trade. So we'll see. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. This could be a nice swing trade tomorrow if we gap up. Jonathan says, is there ever a scenario where you would build a pyramid on the weekly chart? Yeah, absolutely, man. If I really thought the stock could go down that low, I could do it on a weekly chart. I mean, I'm not saying FUV can't, but I normally pyramid on the daily. I mean, weekly means like you're just really conservative. You're super conservative and you're really waiting it out. So, all right, here's Tesla. Oh, another fake wick. Okay. I have learned what to do in this situation. Don't worry. I've learned a hack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I forgot who told me this hack, but it was great. All right. So that's really what Tesla looks like. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
I did sell another put on Tesla today. I sold a 400 put for March. I want some shares of Tesla. Now, it does, for all intents and purposes, looks like it's going to go lower. For all of you who wanted some Tesla back at 900, guess what?
I remember you might have said something about a 50% drop in Tesla at some point.
I
don't
did.
know when.
Yeah.
Maybe it was when it was at 900.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Huh.
That's a really good point. Actually, let's see if Thomas, is Thomas here? Let me see if Thomas is here. Thomas is here. No. Craig Levine's not here. Let's see if Patrick is here. No, all my Tesla bulls. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Robert's been talking about it. A lot of traders have been talking about it. Jason's been talking about it. When it was up here, I didn't say you had to sell everything and go to cash on Tesla. All I said was we have to be prepared for a 30 to 50% pullback on Tesla. It will happen. It's only a question of when. Right, Robert? Robert Falco said the exact same thing. We've all been saying the exact same thing. We said it up here. We're like, guys, it has to. There's no way it can't. It has to. And here it is, right? This is a 34% pullback on Tesla. I think it's going to go back a little bit lower. But again, I am buying Tesla down here. Today, I got into a at 800 January 2022 call. This was not free, by the way. I bought one of them because it was so dang expensive. So I bought one, January 2022 call, one for Newsome. Yeah, it's like $10,000. So it was not cheap. Okay. Now, again, guys, do not do that option if it's too expensive for your account. Okay. If I lost the entire thing, I would lose 0.5% of my account. So don't be stressed out. All right. I'm going to buy some calls and I'm also buying some shares down here as well. So I bought shares, I bought calls, I sold the puts. I'm starting to do all the things bullish. Here's what's very important for you to understand. I do think Tesla can go lower. I'm prepared if Tesla can go lower. And I want you all to know that if Tesla does go lower, I'm not calling the bottom right now. There is a 100% chance that I'm wrong on Tesla and that it's going to do something like this and then eventually go higher. Okay. Now, some traders, because we talked about it. Do you guys remember that class called Hedging with Options that we taught not long ago? You guys remember that? Over here somewhere? Do you think that was a good timing for a class about hedging with options? We have a trader who is up $80,000. This is a bigger position, but he's up $80,000 on just his hedge. Sold calls, bought put, did a super collar on Tesla. Up 80 grand. It was a larger position, but yeah, I mean, he super collared it perfectly. Sold calls, bought puts, crushing the puts, and he's going to use that money to buy more shares because he loves Tesla long term. But it helps him sleep at night. If he did not have that option, he would be down, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Also, if it makes you sleep any better, guess how much Elon Musk is down in the last month? Because a lot of you are like, oh no, I'm down $30,000. My boys dropped 40 bill, okay? 40 billion. That's billion with an L, ladies and gentlemen. With an L. All right. So if you're like, oh, I'm down 30 grand. I'm sorry. Yeah, it sucks. But, you win some, you lose some. So anyway, I do have a put sale for March. I do have a put sale for April. I am underwater on this one. I sold this one today. I want shares at both levels. I will not be buying these back for a profit. I'm just going to leave them alone. If I get put shares at 500 and really 490, bring it on. Bring it. That will be the next location of where I will buy more longer term calls is over here. Otherwise, what I'll do is wait for a little bit of a lower low because we did close below more or less this candle, and that's not a bullish sign. So Tesla can go lower, my friends. Be prepared. Jason says, I'll sell kidneys at 400. All right. Well, you heard it here first. Just as a reminder, in case anyone here forgot, your boy Newsome was also bullish on Tesla back over here. And that was a COVID drop of 60%. So if you think that Tesla can drop 60% during a world pandemic, it can probably drop 50% with nothing happening at all, with the economy actually opening up and everything is fine. Right? 50% would be the 200 simple moving average. So just throwing that out there. NEO, don't have any position in it, but this is a perfect trapping candle. Perfect. Perfect in every way. If NEO gaps up tomorrow, this could be a really, really nice day trade. It could be a nice, day trade pretty much. If you got into a position on it today, I mean, this is a perfect trap. Look at the low of this candle, 38.43. Low of this candle, 38.11. Today's low, 37.59. Pennies. Stopping out everybody. Again, NEO down 44%. My boy Greg Gilbert sold some covered calls on NEO when he came to my house in January and got himself a collar. Buy puts, sell calls. That position worth the investment of coming to Nashville. Just to get the hand-on experience of like saying, hey, let me just be protected. US Steel, I don't have any position in this one. That's a head and shoulders pattern though. So if you do have a position in US Steel and then we close below here, buy puts. That's all I can say. It looks pretty strong to me. I mean, US Steel is never going to go to zero, obviously, but if it breaks lower than that, you probably want to at least have some protection. That's all. IOVA, biotherapeutics are getting mangled. Mangled. I mean, biotherapeutics just absolutely dominated. Look at this signal. I didn't take this trade at all. I don't have any position in this thing, but look at this signal right here. If you're looking at going short on something, you get a close below all those hammers, that's probably an okay short trade. And then the very next day you get that hammer and then an inside candle. Oh, brutal. Brute Magoot. Leah says, is it too late to buy puts now? On most things, yes. If you're day trading them or very, very short term trading them, most likely. Right? It depends on certain stocks. I wouldn't buy puts on, I don't have any position on this one, but I wouldn't buy puts on this one today. I'd probably wait for a little bit of a retest. Monday or Friday was the day, said Falco. So either this day or this day. By the way, guys, type a 6 into the chat pane if you guys remember me not having power on Monday, which was this day, and Robert Falco saying 9 different times, hey guys, if you have positions, today's the day to buy puts, lighten up your shares, sell some call options, or hedge your positions because I think we can go lower. I'll give full credit to Robert Falco all day, every day. The doctor called it. He said that 9 times. I counted 9. He was yelling at you guys with his Wolfman Jack radio voice. All right. As I was listening to the recording, I'm like, Robert is yelling at me right now. Okay, I got it. I get the hint. Lighten up on some things. So I did. I sold Activision. Right. I sold Activision on that day. I sold some things at open on March 2nd. I was getting out of some shares. I was lightening my load. So thank you, Robert, for guiding us and helping us. VRM got mangled. I mean, mangled. Again, I don't have any position in this one. I don't think many of us do necessarily. This is probably exhaustion volume. This is the lowest volume, the biggest volume that's ever had at the lowest price of all time. So if you day trade this tomorrow bullish, it's probably a good idea. I won't be day trading tomorrow because I'll be doing something super exciting and super awesome. But yeah, I won't be day trading tomorrow. But yeah, this thing got absolutely hosed 101. All right, Palantir. I did post this in Slack. I did buy some call options on Palantir at close. I bought more of my $40 call options for May. Mostly because Palantir, I just feel like they're very, very cheap. They're very cheap. They were $1.30 for May. $1.30. So all Palantir would have to do is one or two bullish positions. It pops up to 29. I could sell them for a profit. So I don't know, guys. Like I'm just watching it. I'm not saying it's going to bounce, but as far as the swing trade's concerned, this one actually is holding up better than most of the market. If you were to do a swing trade or something active, I actually like how well this is holding up. I know Kathy Wood is a full bull on Palantir. So if you're intrigued on playing something, what you could do is you could play May $40 calls with a break higher because they're very, very cheap. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera off now because mini 8s are going dark. No one can see us anyway. All right. So again, if you were looking at playing it, that's something that you could do. You could do shares, you could do calls. I'm in both shares and calls on Palantir. I added to them today. The target would realistically be if it trades up to 30. I don't know if I'm gonna do a positional trade yet on Palantir, which is like a Kathy Wood type of trade. I don't know if I'm gonna do one that heavy or not. I do think there's some really interesting technology with this trade. I'd think it can go lower. I think there's a strong chance that this could happen. Now, I don't know. I still need to do more research on Palantir, but anyway, I'm just sharing you guys what I'm looking at doing. We will see, but Peter's an awesome guy. I totally agree. He's a very, very, very smart dude. Very smart dude. So I got in some positions. I got into some call options. I threw a little bit of risk out there, and that's pretty much it. Netflix. Leah said Peter sold many shares. Yeah, he did. Netflix, I don't have any position in. It's a little bit too pricey for me. This was exhaustion volume right here on January 20th. I think Netflix is going to go lower. So if you're playing Netflix, be very, very patient. I'm not saying it's going to go to zero, guys. I think it could just go down to 440. It could go down another 60 points. So I'm okay to wait out Netflix. I don't have any urge to be in this one right now. So let's just give that one some time. This one obviously was exhaustion volume. And since we can see that and we can obviously notate that, it just says, just be patient. If you're playing a bull put spread on it or something, fine. If you're selling a bear call spread on it, fine. Just, you know, if you're doing an iron condor on it, fine. But just, yeah, don't be anything too heavy on Netflix. Apple held up pretty good today, honestly. This candle tells me we'll probably have a small gap down, a little bit of a trade higher. Guys, heaven forbid if we open down here tomorrow. All right. There's only two things that's going to happen on Apple if the market opens down there. We immediately fall 7% and then we bounce, or we immediately bounce. There's only two things that are going to happen if the market gaps down there. So we will see, but there's only two situations that's going to happen if the market gaps down there on Apple tomorrow. Everyone and their mom wants Apple at 100. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I will sell my spleen if it does, and that's where I will load my boat on Apple at 100. Now, will that happen? I honestly don't know. Probably not. But Apple at 100 makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Mathematically, fundamentally, all of it. Okay, cool. EMAN, EMAN. This is Edward's nickname online. This was his AOL Instant Messenger name. EMAN. I don't have any position on this one. It's an interesting trend. It's a pretty decent gap down. This looks like a exhaustion volume blow off top. I would expect it to go lower. So if I'm playing this one, I'm probably going to wait for it to go down. All right. Next on the list is Alibaba, and Baba pulled into the magic number 228. So added a little bit of Baba to my position. This is a longer term pyramid. This is my third pyramid on Baba. My last pyramid on Baba is 210. So Robert says he started his pyramid today. So again, this is a position trade, longer term. It was literally down here days ago and getting down here again now. Great spot. Great pullback. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm interested to see what it does. I'm in Baba. That's all I can say. I don't know what else to say on this one. Longer term, I will wait out whatever happens on Baba, but yeah, just gonna let it do its thing. Next pyramid addition is 210. And please keep in mind and note that Baba has never in its entire history of a stock hit the 200 simple on a weekly chart. So if something really crazy happens and we trade all the way down there and the market just absolutely collapses because COVID is now cured and everyone's spending money and traveling and being amazing and excited and loving life, and then the market crashes, that would be a great spot to own some more. I'll probably, I don't know. I'll sell something. I don't know what I'm gonna sell. I'll shave my hair. We'll do something, but Baba at that level would make a lot of sense. Shave the beard. That's right. All right, team. We covered a lot today. Friday is Matt DeLong Friday. So he's gonna be going through his Momo. He's gonna be going through the 10 EMA. There's no stock right now that's really above the 10 EMA on the list. So when it does, so again, just keep in mind, you can play things short. You can position in. I had one of the best coaching sessions of all time today where a trader said, well, Jeremy, if I get my investment portfolio and I'm buying all the stocks that I like and I'm in, what do I do then? I'm like, nothing. Now you wait. He's like, well, that sounds boring. I was like, yeah, man. Sometimes all you need to do is tune into one afternoon room and then come back 6 months later and tune into the next one and you'll pay for yourself, right? Don't stress about it. Find ways to grow yourself, my dear friends. That's my biggest takeaway. Find a way to grow yourself. Grow your mind. If you grow your mind, you'll grow your bank account. If you don't want to grow your mind, you won't grow your bank account. Start working on your network. Your network equals your net worth. Who are you hanging out with? Who are you spending time with? Who are you researching? What are you doing? How are you bringing more money into your life? Trading is one income stream, one, and it should only be one. You should have 7. I want you all to have 7 income streams. It does not matter how big one is. You can have an income stream of $200 a month, but trust me, it'll help. All right. You can have a $400 income stream and it will help. Practice trading, go and back trade, go and find some setups that you love, grow your brain, work on yourself, realize that you do not have to make money every day to make money every month. You don't have to make money every month to make money during the year. This is a slow game. This is a very, very slow game. The traders who are going to be doing 200, 300% returns in a year, those are some of the best traders in the world. Okay? You have to spend years and years, decades even, to get those type of returns in a year. Decades. Or thousands of hours a year to get that type of return. Now, I'm not saying thousands of hours of actual trading. I'm talking about thousands of hours of studying to find the exact perfect pattern, to find the exact perfect trade. I mean, when Alibaba closed below this bullish candle, do you guys think that was a great trade to take some puts on and ride some puts down here in the meantime, AKA hedge with options? Could you have done that? Absolutely. Is it good and wise and a strong idea to find patterns that you can see that are so obvious, that are so clear, that are so simple? You can go, okay, this is a trade I'm going to take and this is why. go study, go spend some time, but you don't have to make it your life. You don't have to do everything all day, only trading related. Go clear your mind, go on some walks, pour into your body, pour into your soul, pour into your wife or your husband, and realize there are amazing amounts of ways to make money. Tons and tons and tons of ways. So go be an incredible human being. Thank you so much for trading with myself and Yates today. Thank you for tuning in to your Thursday afternoon swing trading room. And we will be back. I'll be back on Monday, where I'll be broadcasting from literally, I have no idea where. Maybe Vegas, maybe Nashville, maybe Miami, maybe Atlanta. Well, it's
somewhere in America.
Somewhere in America. I'll be back in the mainland come Monday. So here we go. You guys are amazing. I'll see you later. Until next time, love, life, live, life, trade. Bye.